everybody, it's Curtis Cunningham with United Country Wagner Auctioneering and Real Estate, and thank you for tuning in to this latest video series covering the home buying process. So in this series, my goal is to serve you by teaching you kind of the ins and outs, the strategies, and the overall know-how to purchase your dream home that fits your needs and comes in at the lowest price possible. So again, thank you for tuning in. This is kind of the intro to that series, so I'm going to break it up into little parts so I don't bore you too much, and it just kind of is just going to go over all the different parts and facets of a typical, if there is a typical, home buying process. And usually I like to do these kind of consultations in person, and so we can have a lot of back and forth and questions and things like that. This day and age, that's not entirely possible. I have done it obviously over the phone and through Zoom and things like that, which is fine. That's kind of what we need to do. But so this is kind of second best option, is to kind of present it in this way. So, and usually in those meetings, I do have either I can email or I print out a packet. And this is kind of what we're going to be going through. And like I said, if there is such a thing as a typical transaction, that's kind of the highlights we're going to hit. And I find it useful to have this kind of conversation, especially with first-time home buyers. But if you've purchased a home 5-6 years ago, maybe, the process has changed, and a lot of things have changed. And so I hope to bring value in this type of video to those out there kind of in that position as well. So a quick overview of kind of the timeline, the process, whatever you want to call it. I'm a nerd, and I fly that flag very proudly, so I do have step by step, and I use it as a checklist. So when you know, this goes out to somebody, they can see exactly where we are in the process and say, yep, I got that done, we'll mark that off. So, and this way everybody knows and everybody's on the same page of what's going to happen next and the discussions that we need to have. So that's why I really like this little checklist. So I mean, it starts with finding an agent that you mesh with in order to do that. Hopefully it's this guy, and then it goes on to kind of having this initial consultation, kind of what we're doing here a little bit, and then we start talking about pre-approval, pre-qualifications, how they are similar, how they're different. Then we go into the fun portion of actually looking for the home. Most people find that enjoyable and fun, actually getting out there and looking. And then once we find that one, we write an offer, we negotiate that offer. There's a lot of ins and outs with that as far as strategies and things like that. Once that gets accepted, then kind of what I consider the real work begins. So then we go into the inspection phase, and there's another negotiating spot there as well after those inspections. Assuming all that's negotiated or everything's fine with those, we typically get the appraisal next, and there's all types of appraisals. We'll go through that for the different loan types and everything. So that'll be probably a lengthy discussion. And then once the appraisal's in, it goes into underwriting. Okay, what is underwriting? What does that do? How long does it take? We'll get to that. And hopefully after underwriting and from start to finish, 30 to 45 days. Some loan types will take longer. So I'll say typically within the 45-day range, all of this can be done, and you close on the property, you get the keys, and you're a happy new homeowner. So that's kind of the process. And I know I won't be able to go through every little detail, just because, you know, I learn every day. There's something that is different every day, either with changing of loan standards, loan conditions, honestly, the rules and regulations of real estate in general. Things change, and it's just constantly changing. And so what'll be in this series is kind of the surface information, and then once we actually get into a transaction, then we kind of get down in the nitty-gritty. So and along with that, I am more than happy to answer any questions No matter if you think they're stupid or simple or whatever, that's my job. I'm trying to teach people about real estate and, again, how to buy the best home for them for the least amount of money. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. So I'm super excited to get started in this series, and I hope you check the rest of the videos out and are able to learn something. So I appreciate you for watching, and then if you found any part of this useful and in the future, go ahead and hit that like button or comment below. And then, so the next video, we're going to get started and we're going to be talking about agency. So be sure to check it out. Thanks.